Let me tell you a story. Every year in the spring, in the small town of Tultepec, Mexico, there is the National Pyrotechnics Festival. It's a week long, but the most notorious event is called the Bulls of Fire. Paper mache bulls are paraded around town. At the end of the day, they're brought to the main square where they're lit on fire. These bulls are filled with fireworks. You have to run from them. The locals dance in the fire, and everyone is blessed for the coming year. This was easily one of the most beautiful, one of the most crazy, and one of the most dangerous festivals I have ever done. When I was filming it for my YouTube channel just last year, there was a brief pause in the chaos, so I left the explosions for an emotional break. As I was leaving, I caught the eye of a local who saw a slightly crispy Canadian at that point and ran over to give me a hug because there wasn't very many foreigners there, if any, they're like me. As we left our embrace, I noticed he had burn marks, fresh burn marks all over his face and all over his arms. He wasn't wearing protection like I was. And I saw it and I said, man, aren't you afraid to get so close to the fire? And I'll never forget what he told me. He said this. He said, amigo, of course we are scared, but we do it anyway because it is our tradition. It is our tradition to dance in the fire. We follow the fear into the fire, is what he said. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Everything that you want is on the other side of fear. We grow fearless when we do the things we fear. This is hardly a novel idea. It's been repeated many times. But like our Mexican fire dancers said, they feel the fear and they do it anyway. You see, because fear is not a choice. Everybody feels fear. I feel fear. You feel fear. The actors and actresses of the world, rock stars, bungee jumpers, skydivers, all feel fear. It's just the decision to do it anyway. Some people decide to step forward into the feeling, others recline backwards. Fearlessness is not something you achieve like enlightenment. Fearlessness is a choice. You feel the fear. Everyone feels the fear. But some choose to do it anyway. Fearlessness is the choice. And you always have that choice. I have another quote for you. Fear is like a fire. If you can control it, it can cook for you. It can heat your house. If you can't control it, it will burn everything around you and destroy you. Fear is your friend or your worst enemy. Many times in my life, I found myself in this very terrible loop of being afraid of being afraid. I would say, oh my God, I'm so scared right now, and I would get even more afraid. I would fear the fear, and the fire would burn brighter, and I would tailspin. See, biologically, fear and excitement are very much almost exactly the same thing. Your cortisol rises, your heart thumps, the body prepares for action, but just with fear, you visualize a negative outcome. With excitement, you visualize a positive outcome. Biochemically, they're almost exactly the same thing. There's an idea called anxious reappraisal, and it's the idea that changing your language around fear can change your relationship with fear too. For example, a very common thing that I have done many times, for this speech especially, is lay awake at night saying, oh my God, I'm so freaked out, I'm so scared for the presentation tomorrow. Poison. I'm visualizing a negative outcome. But if you flip it and say, oh yes, I'm so excited for the presentation tomorrow, you switch it to excitement. You switch it to a positive outcome. You're lying, you're totally lying to yourself. But the thing is, if you lie to yourself enough, your brain actually starts to confuse the two because they feel almost exactly the same thing. And you start to trick yourself into being excited when you're scared. And then, my friends, my dragons, the toxic relationship starts to end with fear, and the love story starts to begin. Fear is just excitement. with the wrong framing. If you change your language, you can change your relationship with fear. Thank you for watching the video. This is a small piece of a larger presentation, a keynote about changing your relationship with fear. I've been traveling around the world giving it. I have the final performance of it this weekend in Mexico City. After that, I was just informed that it will be recorded and I can post it. So very shortly, you'll be able to see the entire presentation. But I thought, hey, it's awesome to share it in small little pieces with you guys here, more intimately, you know? If you like this video, please share it. And if you have a friend who you think might benefit from it, please send it their way as well. Also, the next time you feel that feeling in your chest, you know what I'm talking about. Change your mind. Not fear, excitement. Brainwash yourself. And then let me know how it feels. I always try to answer all my DMs. My goal is to make you love that feeling. So thank you, dragons. Let's follow our fears together, and I'll catch you in the next episode. See you later. Wait, one more thing. I just finished a PDF worksheet about how to implement these fear-fighting tactics in your life. It's how I've done it in the past, and I think you'll find it very useful too, and it's free. All you gotta do is go to fearlessandfire.com/fear to download them into your inbox, your mail inbox. There's hopefully a few things in there that will help change your life. Adios. For real this time.